Good evening, folks. Welcome to Blackford High School. This is TribeTV student media production, bringing you a triple header. Right now, we have the freshman boys basketball team battling in a close one, 3 minutes left in the game, down 4 to the Bruins. We got JV coming up right after this, about 15 minutes after that. And then around 8 o'clock, we have the main event. It's going to be a good one. And thankfully, I do not have to announce for most of it because I've got Ryan Scott back on the mic. Praise the heavens. It was a nightmare last night, but I made it through it. And I don't have to torture you too much again tonight. So he's going to take over with the JV game. I'll pitch in here and there, maybe to give his voice or a rest or put in some 2 cents. I am a Blackford native. So TribeTV Nation, don't hold that against me. I am 110% rooting for the Indians tonight. Probably make that more like 210%. So we have a great evening of basketball prepared for you. We're trying something a little different on the road here as far as our clock system, so we hope that works out well. But got a great crew. We've got Seth Kashanik going to bring you some social media. So follow us, MHS Tribe TV on Twitter and Facebook. He's going to be doing a great job there with stats updates, and he'll be even sending out some great pictures. He's got his camera fired up and dialed in. Like I said, Ryan Scott to my right here. He's going to be taking over on the mic, and I've got Jaden Glazer working the camera. So if the camera falls over or falls over the rail here in front of us, that's Jaden Glazer. That's Jay Glazer at olemiss.k12.in.us. You can bill him directly. So we're going to take about a 30-second break here, and like I said, we're going to bring it back, and Ryan Scott will have our pregame statistics, everything that he does, and we'll be live here from Blackford High School. It's your Mississinewa Indians looking to capture a big CIC win on the road.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Blackford High School, home of the Bruins, for this big CIC showdown. The Mississinewa Indians will try to capture their second CIC victory of this year's season. 1 minute and 5 seconds to play in the freshman contest. Indians trail Bruins 35-39, and I'll be back for the call of the game for the JV tip. In 1 minute, I will break down a few things. I don't want to give two things or too much away to you, but I will break down some stats for the varsity contest. We'll be back in 58 seconds. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball, live from Blackford High School. Welcome back to Blackford High School in the middle of nowhere as we are 9 minutes away until the JV tip. I'm Ryan Scott. Alongside with me is the best media director ever, Mr. Brooks Holloway. He will have partials of the call tonight for the JV and varsity contest. Let's talk a little bit about the varsity contest. It is going to be a fun one here in Blackford. It's going to be a packed house tonight, that is for sure. The Mississinewa Indians come in knowing a lot of things. You got to stop Luke Brown. Luke is predicted and averaging 38 points per game. You got to stop him. You got to get inside if you're the Indians, and you have to work the ball around. That is one big thing for the Indians. I won't get into too much of keys to victory, but those are just a few. Again, sophomore standout Luke Brown will be the ones to watch tonight. He will have the ball most of the time. I won't give any secrets away what the Indians have to do, but the Indians have to stop Luke Brown. We're going to step aside for 2 minutes, and I'll come back with more talk about the JV and varsity contest. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Blackford High School, home of the Bruins for tonight's CIC matchup. The Mississinewa boys freshman team unfortunately took the loss for the first game. In the end, all three teams trail 0-1 right now. See what the JV contest can bring. I want to talk a little bit about the varsity contest. Through 30 matchups, the Mississinewa Indians and the Blackford Bruins again have met 30 times since 1993 in the 1994 season. You know, you don't get to see that very much. A lot of games that I have called, we don't get up to 30, but this is a strong matchup that has went for many years. We're going to take a look at a few seasons, through 5 seasons actually. Let's start off with the 2017-2018 season, coached by Andrew Everett, 16-9, and they took the win at home against Blackford, 60-54. That was Jerry Hoover and Luke Brown's first year at Blackford. 2016-2017, that was directed by Mr. Andrew Everett, 16-8, and they won at Blackford, 66-33. 2015-2016 season, again directed by Andrew Everett, 14-11, and they won against Blackford at home, 75-39. 2014-2015, directed by Andrew Everett, 6-17, and they won at Blackford, 60-51. 2013-2014, directed by Mark McFarland, 14-8, and they won at home against Blackford, 65-58. You have just heard the 5 seasons in the 30th matchup for both teams. We're going to step aside for another 60 and be back with more of the pregame show. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball, live from Blackford. Welcome back to Hartford City. As 52 seconds until the JV tip, we're going to look at, this is for the varsity contest, Class 3A rankings. Ole Miss is ranked 27th in Class 3A, and Blackford is ranked 46th in Class 3A. 38 seconds and counting before the JV tip. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and turn it down to PA announcer for the starting lineups. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball, live from Blackford. Welcome back to Blackford High School as the officials will call and be ready. Whistle has been blown. The ball is up, tipped, and controlled by Blackford. Blackford moves right to left. Pivots, and ref says you took too many steps, and it'll go to the Indians. Carson Campbell at the point guard position for the Indians. Crosses half court. Goes to Ulrich. Ulrich will go to Keegan. Keegan will look. Go to Lukey. Lukey will go to Ulrich. Ulrich will look. Go to Campbell. Campbell tries to get inside to Ansel. Ansel. Williams for three, and it's no good. And it'll be a rebound, Blackford. Blackford thinks about pulls the early three and decides not to. And it'll be a Blackford turnover. Campbell goes to Williams. Williams goes to Ulrich. Ansel almost loses control. Goes to Campbell. Campbell pivots. Looks, go to Lukey. Lukey will go to Ulrich. Ulrich cuts inside. He says, I'll take it by myself, and it's no good. Blackford will have possession. 5:19 left to play in the first quarter. Personal foul. It's number 32, Stephen Hoover. His first, team's first. Campbell will cut inside Ulrich. Ulrich will dish it off to Ansel. And it's out off of an Indian. And it'll go to Blackford. Blackford works it around. Be a corner two-point jumper, and it's in and out, and it's no good. It'll go to the Indians. $4:50 left to play in the first quarter. It's all knotted up at 0. Campbell goes to Ulrich in the wing. Goes to Williams at the top of the key. Goes to Lukey. Lukey looks, falls, and it'll be an Indian turnover. An inside pass is no good. And it'll go to the Indians. Carson Campbell at the point guard position for the Indians. Crosses the timeline. Goes to Williams, goes to Lukey. Lukey cuts inside to Campbell, loses control, and Ansel will regain. Ulrich, Campbell, Williams. Williams up and no good. It'll be a rebound, Blackford. It's one-on-one. Blackford puts it up and good. First 2 points of tonight's game. Ulrich looks, calls, goes to Campbell. Campbell will go to Williams. Williams goes back to Lukey. Lukey, Campbell, Ulrich. Ulrich at the wing. Ansel at the top of the key. Goes to Williams, goes back to Ulrich. And there will be a foul.
Ryan, I think Mississinewa is doing a good job setting in that 3 high when they come down the court, 2 guards up top. There's a lot of movement off that high post, but I think the cuts have to be a little bit harder and the off-ball movement has to be quicker. It's kind of imploding in on them as they move through the offense. Lots of cuts. I like it, but they've got to get through the lane and get out so that next cutter, that far side cutter can flash to the lane.
Yep.
The off-ball movement is just not effective, and I think it's just got to be sped up a little bit. And comparing that to Blackford early, it looks like they're trying to really drive the ball and push the tempo. If they were just a little bit more under control, I think they'd be a little bit more effective here early on in the game.
For sure, Indians have to have court awareness. That is one thing you'll hear me talk about in the varsity pregame show, is you have to have court awareness. 3 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the first quarter. Bruins up by 2. Bruins will cross the timeline. And it'll be an over and back, and it'll go to the Indians.
And they're a little bit of extended pressure coming out, directly out of that timeout. The Bruins slowed it up a bit, and it looked like they were caught off guard even by that half-court pressure there with the point.
Campbell, go to Ulrich. Ulrich will go to Lukey. Lukey looks, trouble. Williams will recover. Ulrich gets inside, floater, no good. Be a jump ball, and it'll be jump ball possession, Indians.
And the movement there I thought was a little bit quicker, and I think Coach maybe addressed that. It looked like everybody was getting through the lane a little bit more up-tempo, and it opened up right down the alley, right across the CIC for a nice drive.
I tell you what, that Bruin logo up there looks pretty good. Williams will throw an awkward pass to Lukey, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll go to Blackford. Bruins will have possession. 2:25 left to play in the first quarter. Two-point jumper underway, and it's good. Carson Campbell crosses the timeline. Cuts, takes it by himself, and it's no good. Cree Young will check in for the Indians. Asbury will put it up, and it's good. A little bit more pressure from the Indians. Shot up, no good. But there'll be a foul on the court.
Foul on number 10, Ulrich. His first.
Shot up, and it's no good.
Number 20, Dave Baker on the floor for the Bruins.
Second one up, and no good. Interesting call there. Will be a foul on Indian number 44, Lucas Asbury. Good defense by Hayden Ulrich. Forced the ball out of bounds, but sticks to Blackford. Layup no good, layup no good. Indians will have possession. Ulrich looks. Cuts inside, kicks it out in the corner. Young for three, and it's tipped, and it's no good. And the ball will go to Blackford. Blackford will step out of bounds, and it'll go to the Indians.
You know, with a minute 22 left here in the first, I think Mississinewa, just to get control and own this first period, extend that pressure. Just throw something at them, maybe even three-quarter court.
For sure. Campbell will go to Ulrich. Ulrich will go back to Campbell. Young says, I'll pull the three, and it rolls in and out. Blackford will have possession. 56 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. Indians playing good defense here with 31 seconds to play in the first quarter. Good defense by the Indians will force a Blackford turnover. Ulrich takes it by himself, up under, and no good. Eight seconds. Out of bounds on Blackford, and it'll go to the Indians. Colton Edwards and Jay Johnson will head to the scores table for the Indians.
Number 12, Jay Johnson, into the lineup for Mississinewa.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Fouls on Baker, number 20, and Blackford at the buzzer.
At the end of the first quarter, Indians trail by 2, 4-2. Way back in 60, this is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Blackford High School as we start the second quarter. Blackford will have possession. Blackford pulls three, no. Rebound, Jay Johnson. Johnson will go to Young, and it's off of a Bruin, and will go to the Indians. Campbell at the top of the key at the point guard position. Goes to Johnson. Johnson will go to Young. Young will go back to Lukey. Lukey cuts inside, two-point jumper at the free throw line, and it's no good. 2-point jumper by Blackford, and it's no good. And it'll be a Blackford turnover. Lukey, 1-0, and it's a deep, too hard of a pass, and it'll go out of bounds. And it'll go to Blackford. Hayden Ulrich checks in and returns for the Indians. Ulrich out and running. Goes to Campbell. Campbell will go back to Ulrich. Ulrich, 2-point jumper, and it's down and good. It's all knotted up at 4 apiece. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. Young goes to Johnson. Johnson at the point guard position. Campbell, layup, no good. Rebound Colton Edwards, and there'll be a foul. Keegan Williams will return for the Indians. Mississinewa will take it out of bounds underneath the bucket. Williams goes to Johnson, too hard of a pass. The ball is loose and will go to the Indians. Steps out of bounds. And it'll go to Blackford. Out of bounds, and it'll go to the Indians. Campbell marching to their side, crosses the timeline. Goes to Ulrich. Ulrich drives inside. He goes to Edwards. Edwards rolls in and out. Blackford 3, no good. Campbell out and running for the Indians. Goes to Williams. Williams, CIC, and it's down good. Full timeout. Blackford will take a full timeout as well. This full timeout is brought to you by Needham Story Wapner Funeral Service, Marion, Sweetser, and Swayze, and Gas City. We'll be back in 60. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball live from Blackford High School. Welcome back as Blackford will have possession. 3 minutes and 59 seconds to play before halftime. Ulrich out and running, puts it up, down, good. A awkward pass, and it'll go out of bounds. And it'll go to Blackford. Blackford will have possession. 3:45 left to play before halftime. A wide open pass down low will put Blackford up. Bruins 6, Indians 8. And it'll be an and one. Take that back. No and one. Be fouled. Bryce Lukey will head to the line. Now they put the and one up there. So they did get it. I was looking at the scoreboard. I should have went with my mind. For some reason, I was trusting the Blackford scoreboard. Blackford underneath, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Dakota Ansel. Ansel will go to Ulrich. Ulrich, a deep pass to Williams. Williams will recover up, no good. And it'll go to Blackford. A deep pass to Blackford. And again, it's no good. And it'll go to the Indians. Campbell. Underneath, puts it up, and it's good. Blackford moves the ball. And it's tipped, almost a turnover, and Blackford will recover. Fouls on Hayden Ulrich. Lucas Asbury will return for the Indians. And it's almost a 5-second violation. Blackford underneath. It'll be a Blackford turnover. Ulrich will get to Lukey. Lukey wide open. He'll put it down good. Almost another Blackford turnover. Blackford works it around. Tipped out of bounds by Hayden Ulrich, and will stay with Blackford. The booth does not know what just went wrong with the scoreboard, but the scoreboard looked like it just had a seizure. Not our scoreboard, Blackford scoreboard. Our scoreboard is ran by a professional. 1 minute and 25 seconds until halftime. Blackford underneath puts it up easy. Campbell in the corner. Goes to Asbury at the free throw line. Cuts inside to Campbell. Campbell wide open, down and good, and it's an and one. Carson Campbell will be at the line for one and only. Three-pointer by Carson Campbell, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Goes to Lukey, gets inside to Ansel. Ansel will trip, and the Indians will regain. Campbell goes to Lukey. Lukey goes back to Johnson. Johnson goes to Ansel. Ansel looks. 2-point jumper by Asbury, and it's no good. It'll be a rebound to Dakota Ansel, and it'll be an Indian turnover. 25 seconds to play before halftime. Fouls on Jay Johnson, his first, team's fifth. Blackford at the top of the key. Works it around here with 10 seconds to play. And Blackford says, why not? Let's pull the three, and it's good. One. Campbell, long three, no good. At the end of the buzzer at halftime, Indians 16, Bruins 11. We'll be back after halftime. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
30, Ansel. Fouls on number 12, Jay Johnson, his second. Dorney. Mississinewa full timeout charge to the Indians. First of all, number 31, Young, is first. Running was good by Ansel. Now is on number 20 after Brooks. Baker is second.
10 seconds left in the JV contest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The triple header is all knotted up at 1 apiece after a JV victory. The JV wins 39-28. Stick around as the Max's Barbershop pregame show will tip off in approximately 4 minutes. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball. The big contest is up next.
Doesn't get much better than this. A CIT showdown. The 7-4 Mississinewa Indians will take on the 7-2 Blackford Bruins on Blackford's home court. Tune in 1 minute as the Max's Barbershop pregame show will tip off. Let's head up to the booth with the broadcast crew live.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 issue.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Loud House here in Hartford City at Blackford High School as the Max's Barbershop pregame show tips off now. Let's take a look at some team leaders for Mississinewa, then we'll go to Blackford. Number 21, Tay McClung, is averaging 15 points per game. Rebounds per game is led by number 21, Tay McClung, with 4. Assists per game is led by number 24, Anthony Horton, with 4. Steals per game is led by number 24, Anthony Horton, with 2. Blocks per game is led by number 22, Landon Swanner, with .8. We'll move to Blackford. Points per game, well, it wouldn't surprise you at all. Number 25, Luke Brown, with 38. Rebounds per game is Dalton Williams with 4. Assists per game is led by number 25, Luke Brown, with 7. Steals per game is led, again, by number 25, Luke Brown, with 3. Blocks per game is Mickey Walters, with 1. And we will take a look at team stat comparisons.
Yeah, welcome here to Blackford. We've got a pretty tight matchup here between both teams. Mississinewa bringing the inside presence, whereas Blackford will look a little more to their outside guards to handle their scoring attack and their offense. So taking a look here, pretty balanced. Blackford looks pretty quick out of the gun with their scoring attack, outscoring Mississinewa Indians by about 10 points per game overall. Rebounds pretty even on the board. That kind of symbolizes Blackford's schedule. I think they haven't met a lot of size. We can see that in their last game. I believe they were at Madison Grant. Tallest person there was about 6'3". So Mississinewa is going to bring some height to this game, and I think Mississinewa is going to or should own the boards, hopefully, for an Indian win. Assist, the Indians pass the ball a little bit better, move it around, and help each other out. Steals and blocks are both owned by the Indians.
Yeah, you can tell we do have our hands cut out and made for us. You know, fans are starting to pile in. It's going to be a packed house again. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds and come back with more of the Max's Barbershop pregame show. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball pregame show on the Tribe Sports Network.
All right, welcome again to Blackford High School. We've got a great one, a CIC battle. This should come down to the wire. I'm pretty excited to see this. You've got Landon Swatter on one side who's shooting 50% from 3, a little above actually, and you've got Luke Brown. He's just pretty cool to watch. And then you've got the inside presence of Mississinewa again. Ryan Scott, what do you have for us to further break down this matchup?
Yeah, right now we're going to take a look and talk about some schedules and coaches' stats. Coaches' stats are interesting. Let's start off with the visiting team, the Mississinewa Indians. Indians are led by James Reed, 55-61. December 1st at home against Northwestern, 3A lost 46-51. And this is when they went on the big winning streak. December 7th at home against Oak Hill. That is a conference game, 2A, 169-60. December 14th against another Central Indiana Conference opponent, the Madison Grant Argyles, 2A, 157-37. December 18th at Yorktown, 3A, 164-39. December 22nd, that is the Grant 4, which the Mississinewa Indians held, and they beat Oak Hill 2A 65-53. December 22nd Again, that is the Grant 4. Again, hosted by the Mississinewa Indians. Madison Grant 2A won 69-62. That was in the championship game. January 2nd at home against Southwood. That is 1A, won 82-60. January 5th at Taylor 2A, won 97-55. January 9th at Belmont 3A, lost 39-50, and that brings us to tonight's game. The Blackford Bruins looks to go 2-2 in the Central Indiana Conference, and let's take a look at Blackford. Blackford is led by the legendary coach Jerry Hoover, 21-11 in his second year at Blackford. He is known to turn, I wouldn't say bad, but really bad programs around to what they are today. And you can tell that Jerry Hoover has turned this Blackford Bruin basketball team around. 7-2, again 1-2 in the Central Indiana Conference, and they opened their season on November 20th, and they hosted Cowan 1A, 190-49. So a big win there to start off their season. November 24th at Bluffton 2A, 167-55. November 27th, they hosted Monroe Central 2A, 172-65. December 1st, they hosted Blue River 1A, and they won 81-59. December 7th, they hosted Alexandria, which is a Central Indiana Conference opponent, and they lost 59-64. December 14th at Elwood 2A, and that is another Central Indiana Conference opponent, won 98-34. December 28th at Randolph Southern 1A, won 83-51. January 4th at Madison Grant 2A, Central Indiana Conference, lost 67-69. That was a fun game to watch. It was down to the wire, literally down to the wire. Madison Grant would bounce back. Blackford would bounce back. It goes back and forth for a little while until Madison Grant took the win. And it brings you to tonight's matchup against Mississinewa 3A, and that is their Central Indiana Conference. Blackford hopes to go 2-2 in the Central Indiana Conference. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds, and we'll be back more with the pregame show. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball pregame show on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to the Max's Barbershop pregame show. Go give Max's Barbershop a call for a fresh buzz. 237 East Main Street in Gas City, 765-674-8665. Again, Mississinewa's pregame show is brought to you by Max's Barbershop. Let's take a look at team history. The Mississinewa Indians and the Blackford Bruins have met 30 times since the 1993-1994 season. And let's take a look at through 5 seasons. 2017-2018 season was directed under Mr. Andrew Everett, 16-9, and they hosted Blackford with a win 60-54. That was Jerry Hoover and Luke Brown's first year at Blackford. 2016-2017 season, again, Coach Andrew Everett won 16-8, and they were at Blackford, and they won 66-33. 2015-2016 season was directed again by Andrew Everett, 14-11, and they hosted Blackford with a win 75-39. Let's take a look at the 2014-2015 season, again directed by Andrew Everett, 6-17. They were at Blackford and they won 60-51. That was, you just heard, through 5 seasons, 5 minutes and 55 seconds until the opening tip on this big CIC showdown. We're going to step aside again for 60 seconds and be back with keys to victory for both teams. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball pregame show on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Hartford City, home of the Blackford Bruins for this big CIC showdown. Let's take a look at keys to victory for both teams. First, we'll take a look at the visiting team, the Mississinewa Indians. Keys to victory is you have to implement your press. The Indians' press is very dominant, per se, and if they put in that press, they're liable to win this ball game. Work the ball around, see guys. See weak side on Blackford. Trust me, I've seen it. There is a weak side, and it is big if you catch it. Work inside, get down low. You have the big man, so get down low and use it at your advantage. Use Landon Swanner. If you get Landon Swanner from downtown and get him going, he's unstoppable. Stop Luke Brown. You have to stop him. Stop him at half court. I mean, he is the Blackford basketball team. For Blackford, get past Mississinewa's great press. Play defense because the Mississinewa offense gets by you. I mean, they're going to leave you down on I-69. Get inside, play as a team that is big for Blackford. Even though Luke Brown is their standout, you still got to work the ball because if Indians catch Luke Brown with the ball every time, they're going to shut him down. If you're Blackford, you get Luke Brown going. If you get him going, it's unstoppable. Hit the free throws. Free throws saves ball games. And the big one, score, because you have to work for it if you're Blackford because it's not going to come easy. 3 minutes and 25 seconds until the opening tip for this big CIC showdown. We'll step aside for approximately 2 minutes and be back with more of the pregame show. This is Mississinewa Indians pregame show brought to you by Max's Barbershop. Welcome back to Blackford High School. One last stats for both teams. 1:10 left until the opening tip for this big CIC showdown. Let's start with Ole Miss. Ole Miss is ranked 27th in Class 3A, and Blackford is ranked 46th in Class 3A. So two same classes going head-to-head to see if they can win this big CIC victory. 54 seconds until the opening tip. We're going to step aside and turn it down to PA announcer for his calling. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats for the presentation of the colors this evening, presented by the JROTC unit, featuring Dominic Heilman, Jeremiah Clark, Wyatt Garrison, Noah Kanag, and Lucas Gore. Ladies and gentlemen, the presentation of the colors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem played by the Bruin Pep Band under the direction of Miss Bethany Alvarado. After taking that center court, we'd like to recognize our Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance fans of the game. On behalf of the IHSAA, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance agents Bernie Sones and Brandon Norton, along with Bruin Athletic Director Tony Hugan, want to recognize student Brayden Smith and Wilbur Fudd and Ruben Jones as fans of the game. Each will receive a concession pass and an IHSAA sportsmanship pin. Let's give a big round of applause for our Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance fans of the game. Also, ladies and gentlemen, sitting behind the Bruin bench, we would like to make a special recognition. Joining us at tonight's game is current Ball State University basketball player who recently became the first Cardinal center in school history to record 10 assists in a game. On Tuesday against Eastern Michigan, he also became the 32nd player in Ball State history to score 1,000 points in a career. Let's give a big round of applause for our guest this evening, 6'9" junior, Trey Moses. Give us a wave, Trey. At this time, we'd like your attention for this evening's starting lineups. First for the visiting Mississinewa Indians. At one guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 32, Colin Yoder. At another guard, number 22, 6'2" sophomore, Landon Swanner. At a third guard, a junior, 6 foot, number 24, Anthony Horton. At a fourth guard position, a 5'9" senior, number 33, Heisman Skeens. And at forward, a 6'3" sophomore, number 21, Ty McClung. Coach of the Indians, Mr. James Reed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Blackford Bruins. At a forward, a 6'1" senior, number 21, it's Mark White. At another forward position, a 6'1" junior, number 11, it's Caleb Healy. At a third forward position, a 6'3" junior, number 5, Brendan. At one guard position, 6 foot senior, number 12, it's Andrew Beckley. And at the other guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 25, it's Luke Brown. Coach of the Bruins, Mr. Jerry Hoover.
Well, welcome back, basketball fans, to Hartford City at Blackford High School, as the tip is seconds away for this big CIC showdown. Special thank you to Taylor Mavronicles for the starting lineup. Big thanks to him for what he does for TribeTV. Again, I'd like to start off with the crew tonight for TribeTV. Seth Koshanik on the camera and social media. Jaden Glazer on the camera, and right beside me is, well, we like to call him the best media director and, well, the professional lifter in Grant County, Mr. Brooks Holloway. Special thanks for him as he puts us on air every day. What a great job he does for the Indian Nation.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Tip is up, goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Blackford.
Buckle up, fans. We should have a good one here. Ryan's going to bring you the call. I'm excited.
Blackford starts it off early with a two-point jumper, and it's down and good. And Luke Brown looks like he's playing for John Calipari with bright yellow shoes. Yoder drives baseline, kicks it out to Skeens. Skeens in the corner for three, and he connects. Heisman Skeens for three. Luke Brown will be at the point guard position for Blackford. Crosses the timeline. He is double teamed. Brown struggles, almost throws it out. Blackford puts it up, and it's down and good. Swanner crosses the timeline at the point guard position. Moves the ball around, loses control and gains. And it almost out of bounds on Blackford. Blackford will put it up, down, good.
Blackford really pushing the tempo early.
Yeah, and Indians have to recognize that. Yoder, ball loses control, and it's the flopping game has began. Brown, three, pass, nice pass. Strobel with the three-pointer. Bruins 9, Indians 3. McClung goes up, foul, put it down and good. And that's an and one, and he'll head to the line. McClung will be at the line for one and only. And the one and only is no good. Bruins will pass Luke Brown the ball. 2-point jumper is underway, and he connects. Anthony Horton will be at the point guard position. Goes to McClung. McClung says, well, thank you for that pass, and he puts it up, and it's down and good. That's what I'm talking about in the pregame show. You have to get the big men the ball because they will take care of it. Brown, pass, 3, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound, and it's a turnover. Landon Swanner pushing the pace. McClung puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound, Heisman Skeens. Skeens puts it up, and it is down and good. A fast comeback for Mississinewa. And the Yellow Shoes will have the ball. Brown pulls the deep 3, and, well, doesn't surprise me. He connects from way downtown. Swanner, Skeens 3, and it's good. Nothing but the nylon. I don't even think it touched the net. Indians down by 2. Blackford hits the open 3. Strobel. Swanner goes to Horton. Horton goes to Swanner. Swanner thinks about a 3. No. Use the backboard. No. He gets his own rebound. He puts it up. Back. And it's good. 4 minutes and 29 seconds to play in the first quarter. Blackford will take it out of bounds.
Early here you can see that Coach Reed is going with a triangle and 2, putting the 2 guys there on Brown, of course, as a lot of teams have done throughout the Blackford season.
Wide open 3 again. They will connect. Swanner goes to Dean. Dean cuts inside, takes it by himself, uses the backboard, and it's no good. Indians need to get the press going. A nice spin move, puts it up, down good. Swanner will cross the timeline. Swanner, Skeens. Skeens drives, kicks it to Larry Dean. Dean goes to Horton. Swanner goes to McClung. McClung will go to Skeens. Skeens will look, go to Horton. Horton 2-point jumper, and it's no good. It'll be a rebound, Larry Dean. Swanner says, well, let me take the 3, and it is down and good. (22-17), 3:06 left to play in the first quarter. Indian fans are getting rowdy. Horton, one-on-one. Horton says, let me take it up, and it's down and good. Nice court awareness by the Indians. A questionable call, and Coach Reed will ask. So Blackford will take it out of bounds on the sideline, and he will hand it off to Luke Brown. Brown struggles, and it's a turnover. And Coach Reed says, finally, thank you. This is what he's looking for. McClung takes it up strong, no, gets his own rebound, takes it up again, no, but he is fouled.
And that's exactly what we said the Indians needed to do, was attack the rim.
Yep.
Get the ball down low, because when that happens, the defense collapses down low, and you've got threes upon threes outside from Swanner and Skeens. If he keeps his hot hand, this could get dangerous.
McClung's first one is down and good. And that's what we've been talking about. Free throws saves ball games. McClung's second is released, down and good, and it's a 1-point ball game. Blackford will hand Luke Brown the ball. Good defense by the Indians. McClung, it's 1-on-2. McClung, nice pass to Hort. Nice court awareness by the Indians. Nice court awareness, way to see the ball.
And Horton is doing a great job defensively of getting after Brown. That's fine. I mean,
yeah, that's fine. Yep.
You've got to let him know that you're not going to allow that.
Yep. Larry Dean will defend Luke Brown. Luke Brown, 2-point jumper at the free throw line, and it's down and good. Coach Reed says, that's fine, guys. Keep your head in the game, and let's head to our side.
Yeah, he's just going to make shots like that all night. Yep. So play good defense. Get a hand in his face. That's all you can do.
McClung puts it up strong again. That's what I talk about. Give the big man the ball, and he'll take care of it. Luke Brown will have it. He goes from the NBA line, and it's no good. McClung will go to Swanner. Swanner will go to Horton. Horton at the point guard position. Horton will go to Skeens. Skeens will go to McClung. McClung will go to Horton. Horton looks, goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Swanner. Nice ball movement by the Indians. Goes to Dean. Dean goes to Skeens. Skeens pulls the three, and it rolls in and out. Coach Reed says, nice shot, guys. Let's keep our head in the game. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Blackford will pull the three, and it's no good. It'll be a rebound, Blackford. And Blackford will lose control, and it'll go to the Indians. Out on Blackford, and it'll go to the Indians. The Indians are fired up. .20 seconds to play in the first quarter. Horton will have the ball. He'll take his time marching to their side. Crosses the timeline. Horton will hold the ball. 8. They'll try to get a shot. Swanner will pull the three, and it's no good. 3, 2, and 0. At the end of the first quarter, Indians up top 1, 25-24. We'll be back in 60. This 60-second break is brought to you by Scott's Flooring and Installation. Back in 60, this is Mississinewa Indians basketball live from Blackford High School. Welcome back to Blackford High School as we start the second quarter. Larry Dean will take it out of bounds from the sideline. Go to Horton, crosses the timeline. Horton at the point guard position for the Indians. Dishes it off to Skeens. Skeens will look. Go to Horton. Horton thinks about a 3. No. Goes to McClung. McClung will go to Skeens. 2-point jumper at the free throw line, and it rolls in and out. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up, and it rolls in and out. Luke Brown will have possession of the ball. Brown works the ball around. Horton defending Brown. Nice defense by the Indians. And well, I can say that won't be the good call of the game by the officials. So Blackford will take it out of bounds underneath the bucket. And it'll be a Blackford turnover. McClung, 1-on-2. He puts it up, and it rolls in and out. Indians got too fired up there. Luke Brown will have the ball. Brown works it around. Horton trips. Brown pulls the 3, and it's good. 27-25, Indians down. Horton spin moves, goes to McClung. McClung takes it up strong. He puts it up, down and good. And yes, sir, that'll be an and 1. It's all knotted up at 27. McClung will head through the free throw line, shooting 1 and only. Up, and it's no good. And Brown. Blackford pulls the deep 3, and it's no good. There'll be a rebound, calling Yoder. Swanner will go to Horton. Horton, spin move, and throws it away, and it'll go to Blackford. A nice swat by Tay McClung. He thought it was all ball. Coach Reed thought it was all ball. All the Indian fans thought it was all ball. So a Blackford player will step out of bounds for blood on his jersey. Free throw, down, good. Andrew Beckley will go to the line for his second and only. His second free throw, first one was good. Second one is good. 29-27. Horton crosses half court, goes to McClung. McClung will go to Horton. Horton goes to Cade Campbell. Campbell goes to Horton. Horton pulls the 3, and it is good. And yes, sir, it's nothing but the nylon. Brown gets a pass inside. Up, no good. It'll be a rebound, calling Yoder. Yoder goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Horton. Horton will pull the 3, try to go 2 for 2, and it's no good. Brown pulls the deep three, and it is good. Horton. Yoder. McClung. Back to Campbell, working the ball. Yoder to Campbell. Campbell to McClung. McClung puts it up strong, and it is no good. Half to finish. Nice swat by Cade Campbell. Coach Reed thought it came off of Blackford last, but it'll be Blackford ball. A nice defense by the Indians. Horton, jumper, and it is no good. It'll go to Blackford. Foul on number 12, Larry Dean.
His first, into the lineup. Back on the floor, Lyman Swanner for the Indians.
Swanner will be back on the floor for the Mississinewa Indians. 30-second timeout. Mississinewa will take a 30 as well. Brought to you by Twin City Auto Body, 1427 East Main Street in Gas City, 765-674-7733. Be back in 60. We'll come back as Blackford will take it out of bounds. 4:13 left to play before halftime. Indians trail by 2. Brown's shot is no good. Campbell. Dean. Dean will look, and it's tipped, and it'll go to Blackford. Horton tipped the ball, go out of bounds on Mississinewa, and it will go to Blackford. Blackford will connect on the 3. Indians have to block out. Campbell will attempt the rebound, and it's unsuccessful. Brown will pull the deep 3 again, and, well, he connects. Nice pass inside to McClung, puts it down and good. 38-32, 3 minutes to play before halftime. Three, no good, will be a rebound, Anthony Horton. Horton goes to McClung. McClung puts it up, down, good, and yes, it'll be an and 1. McClung's one and only is no good. Tipped out of bounds on the Indians. It'll go to Blackford. Too hard pass by Luke Brown to get inside, and it'll go to the Indians. McClung. Horton. Sizemore. Horton inside goes to McClung. McClung will put it up strong. No. Be a jump ball. Jump ball possession, Blackford. Luke Brown will be at the point guard position. Shot up, no good. Horton will get inside McClung. McClung will go to Sizemore. Sizemore for three, and it is no good. Be a timeout. Blackford will step aside for 60 seconds. Welcome back to Blackford High School. Indians trail 38-34. 1 minute and 32 seconds to play before halftime. Blackford will take it out. Indians playing good defense. "45 seconds. Good defense by the Indians, not letting Blackford give up or get inside. McClung one-on-one. McClung puts it up and it's down and good. Two, one. McClung up, no good. At halftime. There will be a foul, so McClung will be at the line.
Foul down to 34 of the Bruins, Nathan Brown. His first.
McClung will shoot for 2. First one is up and it rolls in and out. Second one up and no good. 0 for 2 at halftime. Indians trail 36-40. We'll be back after halftime. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, concessions located both downstairs and upstairs for your convenience. Condom corn still being sold on middle school junior PTO in the northeast corner of the upper gym.
Leading scorers for both teams at halftime. Luke Brown has 18 points, and Tate McClung for the Indians at 18. Welcome back to Blackford High School as we start the second half. Indians trail 36-40. Indians will have possession to start the second half. Horton goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Horton. Horton 2-point jumper, and he connects. (38-40). Brown, 3, no good. And it'll be a rebound, Blackford. Indians have to get the offensive rebound. Brown for 3, no. It'll be another rebound. Layup, no good. Layup, good. A putback for Blackford. Skeens pulls the 3, and it is good. 42-41. Brown at the point guard position. Yes, sir. Indian bench says, thank you, refs. We finally got a call. Strobel will have the personal foul. Horton crosses the timeline. 6:45 left to play in the third quarter. Yoder thinks about a 3, no. He will kick it out to Skeens. Skeens for 3, and it's no good. A nice way to get underneath the bucket by Colin Yoder. He puts it up, down and good. And it's a 1-point ball game. Indians lead. Brown loses control, and it'll be a turnover. A nice pass by Swanner to Horton to go up. He puts it up, and it's no good, but there will be a foul. Horton will be at the line for 2. Second one is good. 44-42. That was about 6 seconds before they inbounded the ball. Nice defense by the Indians. Blackford will take it out of bounds underneath the bucket. Larry Dean will check in. A bad pass will go to Blackford, but underneath an Indians bucket. 2-point jumper by Blackford, and that was down and good. Brandon Strobel knotted up at 44. Horton will go to Yoder. Yoder will pull the 3, and it rolls in and out. Rebound Larry Dean, and there'll be a foul. So Swanner will take it out of bounds underneath the bucket. Nice pass to McClung. McClung will put it up, but he is fouled. So the shot is no good, but he is fouled. So McClung will head to the line. First one is good. Hoover will return for Blackford. McClung's second is up, and it is no good. A cheap foul to call. Be a foul on Horton. Brown. Brown loses control, and it's out of bounds. And it'll go to the Indians, and the Indians are fired up. So Landon Swanner will be at the point guard position. Campbell gets inside to Dean. Dean will take it up strong, and it is good. 47-44. Brown will be at the point guard position. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Shot up, no good, and it'll go to the Indians. McClung says, well, I don't think I'll be at the point guard position. Swanner. Nice pass to Campbell. Campbell jumper, and it is no good. It'll be a rebound, Luke Brown. Brown, jumper, and it's no good. And it'll be a rebound, Mississinewa. Dean will slow things. Swanner for three, and it rolls in and out. The ball will be loose, and it'll go to Blackford. A nice way to rip it. It goes off of Blackford, and it is heading to the Indians. And I tell you what, if you're watching from Gas City, you just heard the Indian fans. Horton will be at the point guard position. McClung goes to work. McClung gets down low. It'll be a travel, and it'll go to Blackford. Larry Dean will check out and head to the Mississinewa bench to take a rest. Brown will be at the point guard position. 3 minutes and 23 seconds to play in the third quarter. Indians up top, 47-44. Brown works around Anthony Horton. Horton will be the defender. Brown will take it by himself, tries to use the backboard, no good. A nice pass by Tyler Sizemore to get down low to Anthony Horton. Nice court awareness, shot up is no good, but he is fouled. There'll be a timeout. Jerry Hoover and the Blackford Bruins will be back in 30. This 32nd timeout is brought to you by Mike Anderson Chevrolet of Gas City, 119 East Main Street in Gas City. We'll be back in 30. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
For those of you that purchase 50/50 tickets, check your ticket stub this evening's winning number 038-316. 038-316. In fact, your number will go to the store's table to collect $127. 038-316.
Welcome back to Hartford City. Anthony Horton will be at the line for one. He And no good. And it'll go to Blackford. Luke Brown will be at the point guard position, crosses the timeline. Shot up by Brown, and it's good. 2-point jumper. 46-47 Indians lead. Horton will go to Campbell. Campbell will go to Swanner. Swanner goes to Horton. Horton goes to Canby. Goes back to Horton. Horton pulls the three, and it is no good. And it'll go to Blackford. Pulls the three, and it's tipped off, and it'll go to Blackford. And shot up, no good. It'll go to the Indians. Swanner out and running. He puts it up, no good, but he is fouled. Swanner's second goes up, and it is no good. 1 minute and 58 seconds to play in the third quarter, and there'll be a foul. There'll be a foul on number 10, Tyler Sizemore, and he says, yes, that was me. And it'll go to the Indian, or go to Blackford with no shots. Luke Brown, top of the key. Campy will be the guard. Luke Brown, Euro step, no good. He gets his own rebound, puts it up, down, good. Dean will head to the scorer's bench for Sizemore. Skeens puts the three up, no good. And it'll be a rebound, Blackford. Luke Brown out and running. Brown. Step back, no. And Heisman Skeens will handle the ball. Skeens will go to Sizemore. Sizemore will go back to Skeens. Skeens will look at Reed. Swanner. Swanner pulls the three, and it's no good. And it'll be a rebound, Blackford. Luke Brown will pull the deep three, and it's good. Skeens goes, looks, tries to get to Swanner. And it'll be a turnover on the Indians. Tell you what, I don't know how to call that. That was, well, the luckiest shot I've ever seen. At the end of the third quarter, Indians 47, Bruins 54. We'll be back in 60. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Blackford. The officials had to check in at the scores table because, well, the scoreboard had a seizure. Brown. A pass to get inside, rolls out of bounds, and it'll go to the Indians. (47-54) Indians are down. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Skeens pulls the three, and it's no good. It'll be a rebound, Blackford. Indians have to pull down the boards. Fouls on Indian number 12, Larry Dean. Brown will be at the line for two. Second one is no good. Swanner will pull the three, and it's no good. And it'll be a rebound, Larry Dean. Dean will go to Horton. Be a block. Horton will be at the line for two. Horton's first is good. Second one good. 49-55. Good defense by the Indians. A wide open pass, and it'll put Blackford for an easy layup. McClung down low, puts it up, connects. Indians down by 6. Brown jumper good. Horton up, no good. Good defense by the Indians. Brown has it wide open, puts it up good. McClung up, good.
Timeout Blackford.
Timeout Blackford.
Full timeout charge to the Bruins.
Full timeout Blackford will be back in 60. 60-second break is brought to you by Turning Over a New Leaf Flowers and Gifts, 313 West Main Street in Gas City, 765-573-3366. We'll be back in 60. Welcome back to Blackford High School. 5:02 left to play in the fourth quarter. Indians 53, Bruins 61. Again, after this varsity game, stick around as the post-game show will tip off. Brown. Horton will defend Brown. A cheap foul to call on the Indians will be on Anthony Horton. Indians still playing good defense here. A charge. Thank you, sir, and it'll go to the Indians.
Fouls on 11 kneeling. Offensive foul. His third.
Full timeout, Mississinewa will take a full timeout as well. This full timeout is brought to you by Cafe Valley, 307 South Adams Street in Marion, back in 60. Welcome back to Hartford City. 4:17 left to play in the fourth quarter. Indians down 53-61. Swanner will take it out of bounds underneath the bucket. Horton goes to Skeens. Skeens. Or Dean goes to Skeens. Swanner will take it down low. No, it'll go to Blackford. It's no good. Brown Almost throws it away. Shot up, good. McClung, Swanner. McClung down low. McClung puts it up, down, good. Colin Yoder will check in for the Indians. Three minutes and 18 seconds to play. Indians down 55-63. Two-point jumper is no good. It'll be a rebound. Heisman Skeens. It'll be tipped, and it'll go to Blackford. And it'll go back to the Indians. Horton, up, good. Brown. Skeens will defend Brown. Brown pulls the three, and it's no good. It'll be a rebound. Tay McClung goes to Skeens. Skeens will go to Horton. Horton will pull the three, and it's no good. Two minutes to play. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30. Welcome back. Brown has the ball. 1 minute and 18 seconds to play. Swanner, Skeens, 3, no good. They foul on Tay McClung.
Is third. At the line for Blackford will be Luke Brown. Timeout charge to Mississinewa.
30-second timeout. Ole Miss will be back in 30. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
If not, we just ran all this for 2 hours for nothing. We have a scout practice at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
I'm not gonna be there, sorry.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. How many miles is that?
37.
Horton. Up. Good.
Fouls on. Foul number 32 of the Indians. Yoder. At the line for Blackford, Luke Brown.
Brown will be at the line for Blackford. 59 seconds to play. Indians 59, Bruins 67.
Brittany Gokenauer plays all of 59.
Swanner 3, no good. Rebound. Go out on the Indians. It'll go to Blackford.
Gokenauer into the lineup for the Indians.
Brown will almost lose control, and the Indians will have to foul.
Foul number 33. Skeens, his fifth. Campbell on the board for Mississippi.
Should have tackled him. Steven's dad just said he should have tackled him.
Free throw. Good.
Dragged it out of the parking lot. Literally parked, all the way in the back row. There's nowhere to park.
Second one. Good. Horton 3, no. Rebound Blackford.
Personal foul on the Indians. Foul number 21. McClung is fourth.
Swanner, jumper, no. And it'll be out Brennan Gokenauer, and it'll go to Blackford. 28 seconds to play. Indians 59, Bruins 72. There'll be a timeout. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Blackford High School with the final 28 seconds to play. Brown. They foul on Tyler Sizemore. 21 seconds to play. Indians 59, Bruins 72. Stepped on the line, trying to enter the block, and they only have one shot. One and only is good. Horton will pull the deep three, and it's no good. And Blackford will have possession. 6-5, 4-3, 2-1. That's the ball game. Indians 59, Bruins 73. Stick around in approximately 3 minutes as the post-game show will tip off. This is Mississinewa Indians post-game show on the Tribe Sports Network.
while we wait for the totals here from our statistician, just want to recap the Blackford Bruins pulled away with the win tonight, 73-59 over your Mississinewa Indians. It was a pretty tough game there, pretty tough second half. I think that the keys that you brought to us, I think they were pretty accurate. I think we kind of lacked that inside presence that we needed. But you could see that if we wanted the ball to get into the paint or down to those low posts, that it was effective if we could just establish that presence down in the paint, and it never happened. And I think that one of the other issues was you could see our guys kind of falling into the rhythm with Brown and his shot, and they trying to replicate that. I think it's easy to try to one up or play the who's a better shooter game when you see somebody that good and you want to try to outshine them. I think that's what happened a couple of times here, and we shot an awful lot of threes that maybe we should have just pushed into the paint and established that. Get those guys in foul trouble. I think that's where we faltered. I think we were just. They got in all and they just tried the one-upmanship, and if it's not falling, you got to get into the paint, and we clearly that could have been an advantage.
Yeah, for sure. And we talked about in the pregame show, you have to stop Luke Brown no matter where he's at on the court. If he's on your side, coming across half court, either you trap him at half court or you just stop him in general. He's shooting NBA threes. That's something that you have to stop. And you have to stop Blackford because, it's just not a Luke Brown show tonight for sure. It was, a whole team. It was a team effort.
Yep, absolutely. While we search around for our statistician, I think he ran off on us, actually. He bailed. He might have had enough, too. We had enough, especially here down the stretch. It was just really frustrating. You saw our Indians getting down on themselves. Really tough to guard somebody like that. Very skilled, knows how to handle himself, strong with the ball. I think we did have – there were some touchy calls. Sure. I think he had some arm extension a couple of times. But overall, I think they were pretty consistent with how this was officiated. It was very balanced. I think that a player of that caliber, he's gonna do that. He's skilled. You just got to guard him the best you can. From my total, I think I had him somewhere around 38, 39, somewhere in that neighborhood. But we'll get you a final total. If not, then we'll get something to you tomorrow or later tonight on mcscathletics.com. You can also follow us at MCSC Athletics on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and then don't forget to follow TribeTV. Did an excellent job broadcasting tonight. Seth, Jaden, Ryan, excellent job again tonight on the road. We're going to give our statistician here a couple more minutes, and then we're going to call it. We're going to pack up. I think he bailed on us, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna do a good call of the game. We didn't see too many good calls for the game. Everyone knows that. A good call of the game when Yoder took the charge on the opposite end. Way to take that charge. Way to be a man, really. Don't be scared to take it. That was the good call of the game. We'll take a minute break and see if our statistician will make it up to the booth. This is Mississinewa Indians post-game show on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to the Indians post-game show. Unofficially, Luke Brown had 40 points. That is unofficially. We will get finals scoring for each team tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time I'll get that story out. And if I do not get that out, you can tune in or right about 11 o'clock on Monday morning. Mr. Brooks Holloway will have that story on tonight's game. From Blackford High School, final Indians 59, Bruins 73 from the Tribe Sports Network. From the crew here tonight, we thank you for tuning in and have a pleasant evening.
Hey, I've got an announcement here. Hey, we got to give a shout out to our girls tomorrow.
Yes.
They're coming over, making the trip. That tip is at 11. Also, an announcement. I had to put this out there for those of you still watching. Help spread the word. CIC Wrestling at Elwood is canceled for tomorrow. They did wrestle tonight, but they're going to postpone that kind of in anticipation for that snow. That's going to be Monday at Elwood, and that wrestling is going to start at 6. So I had to jump in there and get that announcement. But good luck to the girls tomorrow. And yes, we'll have stories to you as soon as possible, and we'll try to tweet out some stats from the game. Thanks, Ryan. That's all I got.
Yeah, from the Tri Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a pleasant evening.